Hi, everyone. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings. Today is Monday, so happy Monday. As always, you guys know I like to come live every weekday, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, just to help everyone get high vibe, feeling good, hear your next step in life, as well as enjoy the journey towards your desire. I always start these with a general message for the collective. Felly, I'm so glad you made it. I always start with the general. So if you guys can't join live for the free mini read portion of it, you can at least come back and listen to the first 3, 5, up to 10 minutes for the general. So you can still get happy and get moving towards your desires. If you are able to join live, I dive into free mini reads for the first 30 minutes. This is a 30-minute show. If you guys want the show to continue, or if you 100% want your question answered, that's when I do start asking for super chat donations, or you could PayPal me or Venmo me. I encourage $20. But without further ado, say hi for joining live. We'll start in maybe like 30 seconds. Um, Thanks, Felly. This was kind of bold of me. I've never really worn red, but I think it was my red, my color of a red. We'll see if I keep it up or not, though. Who's live on YouTube? Nadia made it. What's up, Nadia? You like the lipstick too? All right, maybe I will keep wearing bold lipstick colors then, especially with all this positive, kind encouragement. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. Are we going to channel? Are we going to do tarot? We're going to do a tarot general. All right, guys. So just open up, soften your body, relax the muscles in your body, and just be open to hear what you need to hear. I'm open to hear what I need to hear to get happy and move another step towards my desired outcome. Oh, okay. You're wanting to feel beautiful. Okay, honestly, guys, you're making it a little bit more difficult than it has to be right now. Yeah, there's just a little bit of a like overcomplicating your next step. It's kind of like I've been working so hard to get to where I'm at right now. So for me to like cross over into that final step of being truly happy, it's got to be more complicated and more work. When like in reality, like being beautiful is more about like authenticity. When you're taking authentic action, when you're taking expressing authentic emotions, not oh, if I don't say this, they'll melt down. And because I love them, I'm willing to say this. No, it's this is how I truly feel. This is who I truly am. So it's kind of like if we want to use spiritual terms, we're quantum leaping right now, we're paradigm shifting into you want to start taking authentic action, which does mean that there will be a little bit of a shift in your social circle. And it doesn't mean people will like drastically exit your life. It may mean that, but it also might mean someone that you hung out with 3 or 4 times a week. You might go down to just once or twice a week. You might go down to just once a week. Um, it's your inner knowing, your inner being will guide you to connect with people when everyone's in that authentic vibration. So you got to let go of control of the how, the when, the how often. Because there's just like this a relationship that you have a strangled hold on of like this will get better. They will learn their lesson. They will prove to me that they like me. There's just some relationship that you have a little bit of a stranglehold on. It's hard for you to let go of. Um, and some of you are dipping into, well, maybe it's a past life, maybe it's a twin flame, maybe it's you're like in that complicated phase, guys. And there's three like kind of levels of consciousness. There's, the beginning, the simple man, which is all of us in our youth. We have a rich inner world, like a rich imagination. Like, you know how kids could go to a park and be like, I'm Superman. That's the simple person. It's no matter what is going on in the outside world, they live happy and content in their inner world. After that, once you become aware of the outside world, like, oh, that snake isn't a magical dragon. That snake can bite me and be poisonous. You exit the innocent phase of our life and you go into the complex. That's where we're like, it's an inner child, it's my self-worth issues, it's because my mom didn't hug me enough. We just like kind of make it complicated. But you're kind of like at the tail end of that, which is where there's this peace. There's this, you know what? There are a lot of different things that I could focus on in this world. There's a lot of different good causes I could put my resources towards. There's a lot of people I could put my resources towards, but I'm making peace with the fact that I'm choosing these things in my life. That's that authenticity I was talking about. So it's you choosing a simple life. The difference between the first two is from the outer world, they look the same. You're eating a sandwich and you enjoy it. The first one is you're unaware of the outside world because you're a little kid. Other people are providing and protecting for you. The Satori, the enlightened version is there's a lot of things going on in the world, but right now I'm eating lunch at a park with my honey babe, and we're eating a delicious sandwich. So you're choosing to be in the moment and enjoy. And so you're making peace with here's the things I like, I enjoy, I value in life. So I'm okay that there's these other causes that need help. I'm still okay that right now I'm focused on getting my daughter to ballet practice. I'm focused that I do value like beauty. So I'm okay that I spend my money on good clothes. It's where you make peace with what you enjoy and the simplicity of enjoying it, even though there's stuff in the outside world that could draw your attention away from it. And so that's actually a big step, guys, a big step, a big leap, because can you do that in a non entitled way? Can you do that in a non princessy way? Can you do that in a non entitled demand? Like, no, I'm not going to think about them. What do I care? You're still in the complex phase. If you're in the, yeah, I do hope that group of people get fed. I do hope they find justice. I'm like where I'm at in my life right now is I have enough time to be with my babe, with my babies, and getting them to ballet practice. Like that's what I have the faculties for. For those of you who don't read Stoic books, that faculties is like capacity. Yo, Antoinette, who else is live? And thanks for those thumbs up, guys. I love likes. Okay, so for the rest of the general, just know that whatever it is in your life right now that you're complicating, whether it's like you want love, I just have to be so hard. I want more money, I just have to be so hard. Just recognize it's because you're looking for a deeper meaning in life. And guys, like the deeper meaning of life is literally what I just said. When you can make peace with, here's the things I like to do, here's how I like to spend my time, and you can kind of recognize that there'll be other people to help the other things. That's the deeper meaning of life because that's you being authentic and you deciding how you like to spend your time. And it's kind of like once you make peace with the simple things and how you want to enjoy your time, that's when you're going to feel whole, complete, satisfied, and like be okay with enjoying the good stuff. All right, guys, let's dive into mini reads. Do you guys have any questions or comments on that general? That was, hey, Jessica. Thank you. I thought you might like this look. Does anyone, Jessica, it feels like you need a general. What's your question? But does anyone have any questions or comments on the general? That was a pretty good one. I've been cooking more. It's been fun looking for new things to make. Oh, good, Antoinette. That's what the general was talking about. It's that simplifying life. It's that choice, that enlightenment. I do like cooking food. I do enjoy spending my time looking up recipes, flipping through different books, playing in my head how these different food items would combine. And it's okay because like the complex man, that middle phase, because I'm just gonna keep talking until you guys ask questions or make more comments. Um, the complex man will go, I should be focusing on my spiritual journey more and developing a relationship with my spirit guide. I should be focusing on finances and reading more financial books. Like I can't enjoy right now when I don't have my wealth built up. That's that like middle phase. Instead of, yeah, I hope the people at the border get fed. I hope Israel and Palestine they find some peace and some harmony. And I hope everyone can get a meal tonight and a bed to sleep in. Well, Pink, do you have a more specific question? And Antoinette, everyone just wants a general. Um, Okay, and I got one for what are the newest action steps they say I need to take? So I'm going to go ahead and do Jessica's first. Oh, and Jessica, I'm fine with that letter too. Let's just go ahead and print and sign it, whatever you need. Um, that's interesting. Jessica, for you, it's really about, well, you got to find the new love of the new life you have. And you know that transition, that third shift to first shift. So you've got to, it's not a, I will have a good day. That's a great thing to do. But for this, it's more like a, okay, universe, show me how to enjoy this new life structure. Because I see quite a few things that I'm missing out on. And I haven't quite yet found how to get all the things done I want to get done. But show me the beauty of this new situation I'm in, and then from there, it's kind of like be okay that there's a little bit of sadness of what you're missing, Um, because you got to let yourself feel like that. Oh, I am sad about that, even if you only do it for 19 seconds. Um, because otherwise, it causes this like pushing away, like that. Nope, I will have a good day, but there's these unresolved things here that you're sad about. Whereas if you take this 19 seconds, and that's all it takes, guys. If you don't want suppressed emotions, you just got to feel it for 19 seconds, and it leaves your body. Because you're pushing away from it, it's part of your point of attraction for what you're manifesting. If you just go, I do feel sad, I don't get to enjoy this, this, and this anymore. Okay, but since I have, so do you see how there's a little bit less of a I will have and more of a, but since I do live a life where everything is working out for me and things go well for me, that means there's more beauty to find in my new current structure. And I'm ready to enjoy it more. So please enlighten me. Then then you'll be like more present and more in touch emotionally and physically speaking. That then you'll start getting creative ideas for business. And that's at the tail end of wrapping up. It's going to get approved, Jessica. I don't. Yeah, you're going to feel so much freer, lighter. You're going to emotionally feel better, and then you're going to start getting some creativity. So it's kind of like you're almost there. You know, you're at the finish line of the marathon. What are marathons like? 26 miles. You're at mile 24. Does that make enough sense, Jessica? Any follow-up questions from that? Let's see. Over here we have generals. Okay. Thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. I've been enjoying high vibe mornings. Got the blisters to prove it. I don't get the comment. Hey, Joy. Jessica, do you have any? I'm gonna do Antoinette and Pink Lady, Joy, and then you. Today I'm just gonna go in the order that people came. But what's up? How are you? Is everything smoothing out over there? Um, yeah. Anything? Any questions or comments, Jessica? Oh, okay, gotcha. Long marathons equals blisters. Yeah, I did the half marathon, and it was supposed to be just like a test run to see if I wanted to do a marathon. And I was like, why the? I am under 5 feet. I'm very curvy. Why am I working against myself and making myself run? I'm a weightlifter. That's what I am. Okay, I'm gonna take that as you're good with that, General, and I'm gonna go ahead. But feel free to question or comment, Jessica. Antoinette also wants a general. Well, you're in your head. Antoinette, you gotta like relax and enjoy the unfoldment of the journey. And sometimes it's gotta be okay, I'm a little wound up in the journey to the love of my life. Intervene, help me relax, help me enjoy the journey. Like sometimes you gotta manifest the emotional states, and like you're forgetting that, they're saying. Antoinette, you're forgetting about the power of creativity and manifestation. It's you're in the complex phase, like Kelly was talking about in the general. I have to think about it all the time. I have to angst over it. I have to show the universe how much I want it. When in reality, it's a 15 minutes. Do the 15-minute meditation every day. Sometimes it will just be focusing on your breath, and it's that simple. Sometimes it will be, I'd like to set an intention today that I'm setting the intention this meditation will help me feel more relaxed and enjoy the journey more. And then, like, that's it. Let go of that topic and you don't think of that topic again. You immerse yourself in your day. Right now, I'm responding to work. Right now, I'm responding to a coworker. Oh, I'm looking up recipes. Oh, dang, I didn't get the inspired ideas for my love life. That's okay. That means it's coming soon. Inner being, help me feel reassured that I'm on the right path. That's as simple as it can be. Help me feel reassured that I'm on the right path. Kelly did that for her love life. She's like, help me feel rest assured. You're telling me to focus and immerse myself into business and embracing my life mission. I'm afraid of doing that. Here's why. So, can you help me feel reassured along the path? So, every once in a while, she'll see an angel number 616. That's okay. A relationship's coming. So, she'll see it and go, thank you for the reassurance, and she's able to focus on work more. So just manifest. I want to enjoy the unfoldment of it and help me feel reassured. Help me feel a deep sense of knowing that it's coming. Help me build that default expectation universe. And then from there, you don't notice, are you getting dates? Are you getting compliments? You notice, are you feeling better on the topic? And that's it. That's it for us, for you right now, at least Antoinette. Oh, and I'm sorry. I know I said I'd go in a certain order, but I let Spirit call the shots, guys. They actually want me to go over here and see Joy. Are you still on? Because I want to go over to you. Hey, Catherine. You're welcome, Antoinette. Oh, that's super helpful. I'm always trying to figure it out instead of allowing it to happen for me. Yeah, you don't got to. If you're trying to figure it out, guys, I explained this in my Law of Attraction course, which is available for sale on my website right now. You could buy it, do it yourself. It's only like $300, or you can sign up for the mastermind, which is the course and live calls with me. I explain this. If you're trying to figure it out, you're in ego. You're not in allowing step 3 receptive mode. Okay, so what does Joy need to hear? Joy, everything's fine in your life right now. Love is there. The enjoyment of the small things. You're being hard on yourself financially speaking, but you got to let that go. Like, you're trying to force yourself to grow financially when it could just be, isn't it great that I have a loving, supporting family and husband who is now aware that I want to put more of my focus on allowing finances in? Because the only thing that I see that's causing tension there right now between you two is, I have to be financially dependent. No, I have to do this on my own. When he's like, I want to help her, but I can't. I want to buy her that nice thing, but I can't. It's kind of like when a little kid, like, they're not going to be able to open a jar, but they're, no, I want to try. And they're getting all wound up that they can't do it. It's like, oh, I wish they would just let me open it for them. It's kind of like that right now. And you kind of got to let that go. Like, that was a spell, meaning like a one-time thing, Joy. And you know what I'm talking about. It's the thing that you reached out to me for. Like, that's over. You guys have re-sparked the romance. It's really more about, can you just enjoy it? And sure, it might be a little bit of an awkward conversation that, hey babe, can I have some money? But like, how can you allow yourself to enjoy the new spark of romance that is there, and the love and the warmth and the affection? And like, remember that when we worked together one on one, that baby sinking into that soft baby relaxing feeling. How can you just enjoy that? I love that I have this relationship, this warmth, this affection, and this support. And universe, I would still like to go to my next growth expansion, and I'd like to expand into helping more clients. Yes, I would like to be receiving more finances, and I would like to be helping more people. I think there's people out there that I can help. I think there's people out there who want to work with someone just like me. And I would like to be guided to just the right steps to easily meet them, because I know that I would like to start working with more clients. Do you see how they're saying that's how simple it is for you? Um, let's go to Pink Lady. Joy, I'm still going to come back to your questions. I just want to try to get to as many people as I can because, guys, the first 30 minutes is always free. It's High Vibe Mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I start the show with a general, so you could always get some message that you need to hear. And then I dive into free mini reads for 30 minutes because it's a 30-minute show. If you guys want the show to extend past 30 minutes or you want to 100% make sure I answer your mini read, I do ask for a super chat in the amount of $20. That's just the encouraged recommended amount. Okay, do you have any questions or feedback on that, Joy? So Pink Lady, any messages for me? Am I on the right path? Huh. This is interesting. Well, whatever it is you're doing, it's something new that you've never really done before. So you don't feel like you're on the right path. And guys, when you're doing something new that you've never done before, it will never feel 100% confident. That's step 6, law of attraction, which I do explain in my course in more detail. And I'm pretty sure the link for that course is in the description. Um, Step 6 is where you embrace that, okay, there's always going to be contrast. I'm going to allow myself to feel this 80, 90% beautiful energy, and I'm going to embrace that there's 10% contrast because contrast is anything low vibe. And insecurity is technically low vibe. But anytime you do something new, that insecurity will always be there. There will always be new insecurity. Like, when a baby's learning to walk, they see other people walking just fine and safe, but they don't know, like, yeah, but is the floor going to stay there solid for me? So, you know how they're kind of like and they kind of like take a step, but then they laugh with glee when they get it. They're like, wee, but then they're also like unsure. That's step 6, law of attraction. You're embracing, okay, I'm never going to feel 100% confident, and I'm ready to lean into why I think it could work out. I'm ready to lean into all the reasons why it could work out for me. I'm ready to begin to see how it's possible for someone like me. So that's your message. It's kind of like right now you don't feel like you're on the right path. You're feeling like a little left out of the cold. It's gonna be one of those times where you look back and go, oh my God, I see why it had to work out that way. And I see how it was working out for my favor. um, the more that right now that you can lean into, I'm ready to see how I'm on the right path. I'm ready to see how I'm on the right path. I'm ready to see how everything is working out for me. I'm ready to begin to see signs of alignment. I'm ready to feel in touch with my inner being. I'm ready to develop that connection with my own inner guidance. Some people call it inner being, some people call it higher self, some people call it chi. Like, I'm ready to feel more in touch with myself so that I feel like I'm on the right path, and I'm ready to lean in to the uplifting thoughts, the positive thoughts, all the reasons why it can work out. Like, that's where a lot of your energy needs to be going right now. Just talking again about to say thank you, loving the red lipstick. I guess I gotta wear this red lipstick more. Everyone's liking it. Really, guys? Like, I've never worn this bold of a lipstick color before. I think it's one of those like lipstick stains, not lipstick. But thank you for the compliments, guys. I have to jump with my work and I'm a little scared but excited. Okay, awesome. What do you mean you have to jump with your work? Does that mean you're getting clients or did you go back and get a day job? Let's see. Okay, who's after Antoinette? Good morning, Catherine. Oh, that's super helpful. I'm always trying to figure it out. But instead, I'll have it. I'm getting a thank you. I'm getting a hello. Can I have a general, please? This Thanks, dear. I feel better knowing this. Oh, good. My grandson's just started walking. It's so cute. He was very happy about it. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Crystal's asking for a general, and whoever else is live, just start typing your questions in there. I'm going to get to as many people as I can the first 30 minutes. Hey, just because I kind of like your name. That's all right. But feel free to come by. It's High Vibe Mornings, guys. The point of this is to get high vibe and happy, to kickstart the day well, be in alignment so all our manifestations come in. Oh, my activity pixie magic printable nearly available. That's exciting, Joy. That's exciting. How cool is it that you've got a man that can support you writing books and creating activity books to help families become closer together? Like, that's cool. Sink into that. Like, you came down to experience starting your career later in life. And that's it. That's it. Don't put pressure on yourself where you didn't start it when you're younger. I came down to have the experience of starting a family and fall in love later in life. Sure, there's contrast either way, right? I experience contrast joy. I was just crying about it the other day. Um, so it's embracing that you chose to start your career later in life, which came with high vibes and contrast. But okay, so I was reading for Crystal, who just a general. And guys, definitely pay attention. I'm reading for other people because these tend to be synchronistic. So that means a message for one person will very likely help you too. Well, Crystal, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. And not storm as in bad, but like the calm before activity really picks up. So it's like kind of like be okay that right now some of a good chunk of your time is going to be spent in like contemplation, meditating, really connecting to like peace and silence of your mind so that you can it's like you're trying to fine tune and really hear those inspired actions so that because you've had the experiences where when you take action magic appears, right? You've also had it where you've taken action on what you thought was inspired action and it ended up like being ego and it taking you down a downward spiral. So you're just really trying to take this time right now to like sink into, I want to hear my inner guidance really strong and knowing. And it's about knowing that that time, that contemplation time, that meditation time is of value and of service. Right now, like this is from the spirit guides right now. They hijacked your tarot read. They're saying you're not giving enough value to like your meditation. But they're hesitant to use the word spiritual. Your Oh my God, can you guys even hear me? I didn't even have this in. Is that better for you guys over there on YouTube? Can you hear me better now? Um, okay, Crystal, did you have any questions or comment on that? Wow, you guys really like this red. I guess I'll wear it more often. Okay, so we're waiting to see if Crystal Rose has any other questions or comments on that. I need to meditate more. It's about and yeah, it's really about seeing the value of that time because that's what's going to help give you like the clarity and the confidence of when it's ego versus when it's from your guides. And guys, I actually break that down in my law of attraction course too. Ego versus inspired action. I break that down in my law of attraction course as well. You're going to be able to fine tune that so that when the pace of things start picking up, more of your action will be in alignment and get you good stuff. Going through tough time at the time. Okay, see where they're saying that contemplation meditation time is really important then. Okay, the next one I see is Catherine saying any message for me. And then, guys, she's probably going to be the last one in the free section. So if you want your question answered after her, now would be a great time to smash that super chat button to keep the show going and to ask your personal when you do that. Okay, so Catherine, and thanks for coming, everyone. I love doing this. It's way more fun with you guys here. Any message for me? Quit making happiness complicated. And I kind of want to read the book on some of these really quick. Well, honestly, it's quit overcomplicating happiness. There's a little bit of you that's like focused on something material to get like something you could buy, like a purse, a dress, or like a house, something that you could buy. And you're like, once I get that, then I'll be happy. But that like it's only leading you to feel, like, disconnected, maybe apathy, maybe like, "Well, I can't get this thing that will make me happy, so I can't get happy." So it's kinda, like, got you in that little bit of a loop, whereas, like, happiness guys, happiness is observing what is. Happiness is observing the unfoldment of it. So happiness in this case, so this kind of tends to come up when you're manifesting and you're trying to like force it. There's a little bit of a I'm getting my vibes high. I'm doing all these things so my vibrations are high. Why isn't it coming in? Where happiness is where you go, okay, this is something that I'd like. I would like this purse or those red bottom shoes, or I would like this. And I have no idea how that can come in for someone like me. And I want to see how this journey unfolds. And then you just let it go. You know that that intention's out there. The universe will start working to bring that in, which might mean maybe a stranger like just divorced his wife and is like, "Oh, I just want this woman's stuff out of my car." And you're like, "Oh my god, it's just the right size," right? Or it could be so it could be the next thing, which I explain this in my law of attraction course, guys. Step 3 law of attraction, you either get the thing you want or you get the unfolding step towards it. The allowing journey in of getting it. Um and so happiness is when you're, "Oh, I notice I feel better about that topic. I wonder if it's the right vibes for it to come in or not." And then you go about your day-to-day stuff. You go to work and just enjoy. You pick up kiddo I don't know what your day-to-day life, but you pick up your kiddos and just enjoy them at soccer. And you don't even think about the topic until maybe the next time you sit down to meditate. So guys, like a lot of times what I do when I find that I'm at my happiness and my most like sanity is when I definitely meditate I personally meditate in the mornings and evenings. You really want to meditate once a day to stay in alignment, but like I do spiritual work, so I meditate more, right? Like, a wrestler has to work out more than the average person. So you really only need to do it once a day. I do it more because it's like my profession, right? And so for me, it's I meditate in the morning with the intention of just kind of doing basic entry level spiritual practice, like root chakra, second chakra kind of meditations. And then I'll leave it open to, okay, if you guys have anything to say to me, I'll hear whatever. At the end of the night, that's where I do a little bit more advanced kind of courses. I meditate on like higher chakras. Um, and I do more like transformation type meditations. In terms of my manifestations, though, I just go inner being, show me what it feels like to be working with more clients and helping them. And I just hold that sensation for like 10, 20, 30 seconds. Or like right now, I'm trying to lose weight. So I'm like, inner being, show me what it feels like to weigh this much. And I just enjoy that feeling in my body. And sometimes I can like slip into that state of consciousness and I'll like hear things that I'll be thinking when I'm in that state of consciousness. But I only do that like maybe 5 minutes a day if I even like do it that day. Other than that, I just go about my day to day. Um, so did you hear that? And I was reading for was this Catherine? No, yeah, I think it was Catherine. I would love a reading if I'll meet someone. I haven't been on my date for a year because I didn't feel like it worked for me, but I'm not really meeting anyone. Just because if you want that answered today, it's past the 30 minutes, so it is time. It is time, guys. If you want your question answered today, smash that super chat button. You'll enter, I encourage a $20 super chat. You can ask your question in there and I'll stay live to answer it. I'm going to go ahead and finish with Catherine and if she has any questions. And good morning, Concha. I'm so glad you were able to make it. How are you doing? How are my Americans doing with the time zone change? I'm gonna go ahead and say bye on Instagram. Instagram is just not doing any love. I will Venmo you. I just drive it like a gentleman from Spirit. Okay. Crystal or Catherine, do you have any questions or comments on yours before I move on to yoga with Concha? Who's still live on Joy? Is that still you over there on Facebook? And I've still got your cards out, Catherine. And if you guys don't want a super chat, don't forget this is why I've been going live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes. want to help as many people as I can. And see, that's part of it, guys. It's I'll talk about this a little bit more until I hear more from Catherine. It's I go, universe, I'm ready to help more people. I'm ready to be working with more people. I'd like to get finances from it because I love supporting myself in this way, but I like helping people emotionally and manifestationally. So how can I help more? My income goals, where I'd like to be financially. So what are my first steps to get there? And they gave me this idea. I've been doing it. Am I financially exactly at the goals I want to be at? No, but it's like, hey, this is in the right direction. And then you have to, this is step 3, law of attractions. You have to notice the signs. Concha, did you write your question in Venmo or are you going to write it here? Do I need to look at my phone to see your question or is it here? You have to either receive the final thing or you receive the signs it's coming, which is, okay, great. I got a new time to do it at. Because, guys, I was doing this at 10 a.m. for 2 months and no one was showing up. I got the idea. And when you're in the idea, that means you're in alignment, you're in the receptive mode. And now I'm doing it at a time where I get 3 to 10 of you. It's so much more enjoyable for me. I'm enjoying it more. So I'm enjoying it more, which is a good sign. It's coming and it's on its way. So it's okay. Right now, I'm not quite in vibrational alignment for the exact finances I'd like to be made from doing this, but I'm on the way. Do you guys see how that works? Sometimes a lot of people just get frustrated that they're like, well, I want this and then I'll be happy. Instead, it's okay, I'm observing the unfoldment of my business growth this time I started. And I'm observing that I'm guided to do a free show. A free show was my guidance, guys. And they said, do it free every day, 30 minutes, and then ask for $20 for the show to continue, or if someone 100% wants their question answered that day. And like, guys, like as much as I thank you, Concha, I appreciate the super chat 100%. Is $20 my financial goal? No. But it's knowing that this is a step to get me there. Whether this show itself blows up when I start making 2, 3, 4, 500, 1,000 every single day from it, or if this stays between 10 to 20 people and maybe I make $40 in super chats, but then people sign up to work with me. Or someone who watches this doesn't have the finances to work with me, but they have a friend and they're like, oh my God, you really need to work with Kelly Lunt. I've had that happen before, guys. So that's like releasing control of the how and just observing. Like, so this is my next guided step. Okay, well, no matter what, I feel better about the topic around helping people emotionally and with manifestation. So that means I'm on the right track. Okay, I hope that helped you guys. Okay, yes, thank you. I was hoping for a message from my mom. Okay, well, you'll have to either ask that one on a different day, or you can book a mediumship session for that too. I think for now, if you look in the description on YouTube, just book personal reading, and we could do mediumship on that if you want. Or make sure to ask that as your question next time in the free section. Just sent you Venmo. I would like to know if my guides have any messages on love or money. Everything feeling good. Just wanted a personal message. Yeah, your energy does feel good, Concha. Decided to do a workshop local and realize I can make good money. So feeling solid, not locking down a day right now. Okay, Spirit, she is manifesting a lot right now. Feels like you need a couple spreads. So let's do general. Let's do general. Oh, Concha, this is a really positive read. You're right at that barrier of authenticity, of like stepping into a new life, like, to hit a golden age in life. You're right at that barrier. So the same, believe it or not, all the good stuff that's been coming to you, it's like just the beginning. Okay. So it's like just the beginning of your golden era. But what you're going to find is that, yes, the finances and the material and the vacations is all going to come in. But you're going to find that this journey, this next wave of like finances that you're going for, You know how I always say whenever you're manifesting, how do you think you'll feel once it comes in and that's what you actually want? You're actually gonna become the most nurturing version of yourself. Like, you're gonna return back to the simple days of where it's just about loving people and nurturing people, and that's when you're gonna find you're at your happiest. Because what you'll find is this, like, money that you want, it's so that you can be in a creative space to think about fun ways to connect to people. Um, it's the money that you want is essentially so that you can connect with people more, do fun things with people more, and nurture them more. And contra I'm, like, right there with you. I'm like, "Okay, if I had more money, what would I be doing with it?" It's like, "Well, shit, I'd be flying to Abraham Hicks events with my friends. I would be buying them presents in the mail and mailing it to them. I would be buying them flowers just for the sake of sending them flowers." Um, and so it's kind of like once you embrace that part of this money is about being able to nurture people in your inner circle more, that's what's gonna become more fun and enjoyable for you, and they're asking, "Do you understand?" I'll be at your workshop. My body still feels so good from the yoga we did. Does that make sense so far, Concha? Before I continue? Yes, I get that I always like to do that kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, so it's really about open up to more. Okay, so now let's go to love. Oh, wow. You I kind of missed part of it because I'm in the tunnel of service, but I will re-listen, keep going. Okay. In terms of love, well, let me read this one card. Okay, well, whatever conflict you've got going on there, I think it's minor, but whatever the conflict is, it is about, like, restoring balance and wholeness. I don't think you're gonna like hearing this. It's about returning whole and complete, and so it really is about changing your perspective on it, not about them changing their behavior. So that's where because it's putting pressure on you. Okay, I'm lovingly communicating, I'm femininely communicating my needs and how I thrive best and how I need to be communicated with. When it's really about, okay, I'm the feminine, I'm the water. Universe, this is something that's really on my nerves. How can I perceive this differently? How can I perceive this in the most uplifting possible way? And then be guided on that journey. Does that make sense? And so from there, then you got the shapeshifter card. So it's knowing that like your perception of relationships, what you thought they were about, what you thought you could like enjoy out of them, get out of them, what you thought you gave back, that's going through like a total shift and a change right now. Um, so be okay that's gonna feel like a little bit of a tumble. Because guys, anytime you're changing your perception, even if you're at a good space and going to great or great to thrive, it's always gonna feel like a little bit of a tumble because you have you're still a human being with a brain and a nervous system, and you have these neural pathways that once your view of the world, view of yourself, view of relationships starts to change, some of those pathways kinda atrophy and die, and new ones have to develop. That's a tumble. It feels like a tumble. Um, but it's gonna lead you to like the Fool card, Contra. So you're gonna like have like a whole brand new, fresh restart in love that's gonna be more joyful than you ever thought possible. Um, so Contra, do you have any questions or comments on that so far before I do a quick general on your business? And if anyone else would like a read, now would be a great time to either Venmo me or to super chat asking your question if you want me to dive into your question right after Concha's. So the first 30 minutes are always free, guys, because I see some people signed on. So this is called High Vibe Mornings. I come live, I do a general. So if you can't join live, you could always come back and listen to the beginning to hear what you need to hear. And then I dive into free mini reads for 30 minutes. After that, for the show to continue, I do start asking for super chats, Venmos, PayPals, and the suggested amount of $20. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to Facebook over here. Bye, Facebook. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, that's interesting. Is this the person I'm with or just in general with him? The person you're with. Um, I mean, I can get a little bit more specific. I just don't want to like spill your beans. And I don't. So tell me really quick if that's okay or not. Or here, I'll word it this way, guys. So masculine and feminine. Feminine tends to be nurturing, masculine tends to be forward movement, forward, doing versus being, right? Doing versus being. So when someone's in do, you could easily get caught up and you can communicate heatedly, aggressively, or we just got to get this done, right? Whereas feminine energy, which is about being and nurturing and loving, um, it's not about getting him to not communicate heatedly, control his temper. You could suggest it, of course, but it's really more about if there's a way for me to see this differently, what is it? If there's a way for me to possibly find enjoyment out of it, help me. If there's a way for me in the moment when he gets a little heated that I could just come in there and soften his mood, show me. So it's really more about your perception change than getting him to change behavior. And there was, I'm thinking this one time I was hanging out with a guy, and, like, I don't know if you guys have ever hung out with, like, guys who are lifters or fighters. They always like to, like, start punching, and so most of the time, they can't punch you, right? So they're like they hold their hands up for you to punch their hands, and they're like, "Hit my belly," and they, like, tighten their abs and want you to, like, punch them. So I used to kinda do it, and I used to, like, "Oh, I'm trying to hit as hard as I can." I always ended up hurting myself. Um, and then there was one time where I was like, "Wait, why am I doing that? That's like masculine energy. I'm feminine energy. I like loving. I like being nurturing." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna hit really hard. Are you ready?" And they're like, "Yeah, ha ha ha." And then I just came in and grabbed his hand and kissed it. And he was like, "Huh?" And then I came in and grabbed his other hand and kissed it because he had them up to punch him. And then okay, I was just psyching, I'm gonna punch your stomach. And then I went in and just kissed his like on his stomach. And then I kissed his chest and I went to his cheek and his forehead and his other cheek. And at that point, he was just like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "I bet you weren't prepared for that kind of a hit." And he was just like, his heart, it was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "That's right. That's how feminine energy hits." And then I just started kissing him up and down his whole arms, and that man like melted in my hands. Um, oh my God, what a task. I really decided to do it this way to be gentle, more nurturing during intense times. Yeah, you got that. So it's just manifesting that. How do I either see this differently, right? Because it might be, oh wow, he only ever gets this heated when he's really protecting the future of our relationship. So then it will be instead of like he's like yelling, this is intense for me. It will be like whoo, that is my man protecting the future of our relationship. Get heated, honey. This turns me on. So it could be a perspective shift, or it could be a okay, if that's him who he is, how do I help him soften? Okay, so now what about business spirit? Oh, okay. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to read this and say it to you as I'm getting it. You're definitely setting a powerful intention to grow in your business, and you're willing to grow and you're willing to do things differently. Okay. Um, you are being more deliberate and more intentional where in the past I think you and I both used to do that. There used to be a whimsical nature of a woohoo, clients are coming in, but now you're wanting a little bit more intentional, a little bit more, no, this is how I want my life and my business structured. So that's all good. But it looks like, the whole pendulum thing. Sometimes when you're too far to the side, sometimes when you swing, you go too far to this side and then you find the middle. So I don't think you liked like you're like, I don't want to run my business how I used to. It was so I was either overcharging or it was so whimsical. So now you're going this way. So it might mean now, like what you used to be charging and now you're charging 55. So maybe that's not enough. I'm not saying that's your answer, okay? Because this is a personal growth message for you. It's recognized that you just like swung a little too far this way. And you need to, like, let go of control of the how, because there's a little bit of a, "No, I will sell this workshop out. I will make it successful. I will make all the money I want through yoga and my workshops." Um, Instead of a it's okay to speak that way as long as it's more of, like, the happiness that I talked about earlier in the show. Okay, I'm setting an intention that I want to be a person who does sold out once a month workshops. I love the juicy energy of that many people in a room. I love it that sometimes when one person releases something, I could then feel it released in the rest of the class. I love the conversations that happen afterwards. I got to admit, I love the gifts I get. I love that they connect with other people and friends, and I get to see them all enjoy life more. I just love it so much. That's why I want it. That's why I like it sold out. I like it being packed, all that energy. Um, yeah, so it's just recognizing right now that you're trying to like, this will happen this way. I will make this happen instead of just enjoying it. Nope, I'm gonna get to the point where I can easily sell out workshops every month. Guide me, universe. And if this is the month where the first one's sold out, great. If this is the month where it's not, great. Abraham Hicks, her workshops are getting huge, like 1,000-person ones. But I was just watching her one this last weekend, and she didn't have 1,000 people in the room. And it was definitely at a hotel that there wasn't enough room for it. So it's kind of like becoming okay that there are ebbs and flows. Like you're just trying to prove your power in it. Okay, me and had a new business idea that sounds really fun as well. Okay, this is the last little bit I'm going to do though, and then we're going to end the show, guys. Unless someone else puts in a super chat right now. All I'm getting on it right now is it is a like a there's a lot of growth and expansion there for both of you, for him, for you, personal wise, business wise, creative wise. It has a very good potential. And all I'm getting is that it's worth work and effort. It's worth your focus. I'm not getting if it's gonna. They're not really telling me anything more than that. But that it's worth your focus. And just be aware that it's gonna lead to, like, rapid growth, and it has to do something around rapid growth, around how you perceive relationships and, like, collaboratively, cooperatively working well with someone. You're gonna grow a lot in that area, and you're gonna realize that it's not about right or wrong. Like, you're gonna fully embody that lesson. But the idea is a promising one for future, for money, and it's worth effort there. That's literally all I'm getting. But the idea it does like have it's a prosperous idea. It's worth time and energy and effort. But I mean, you know how that shit works when they say that, Concha. So it's worth it. Whether or not that turns into the successful thing that you guys do for money, or halfway in it, you guys are like, oh my God, now we know what we need to do. And then you pivot quickly, and then that becomes the thing you guys do. So it gave me a yes. It's worth the energy and the effort. Just don't get attached. And that was what was in your earlier read about like let go of like the control. Um, so yeah. All right, guys. What a great show. I don't see any more super chats or anything. So I will see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. And I hope to get to your questions in the free part of it. I hope you guys have a good day and stay high vibe all day. Bye.